Now, there's a story going around. Uh, it's about Sudanese tenants. Now, why do you think Kenyan landlords do not accept any Sudanese in their house nowadays? I mean, South Sudanese. It has become a norm that when a South Sudanese individual goes to look for a house and they identify themselves, they are told, no, we don't accept South Sudanese. And now it has become very difficult for them to get houses to live in, especially in Nairobi. Yet they don't default. In fact, when a South Sudanese rents your house, they pay in time. They can even pay once a year. So one reason is that the South Sudanese live with huge families. You find that one person has got 8 children, 2 grandchildren, 4 cousins, 2 uncles, 3 aunties. So in one house, there are like 30 people, and it's only one person who rented that house. Now you know the resources there, the environment is very noisy. They destroy everything in that house. Even the house can become very old before its time. It has become very difficult because of that situation. If you look at all Sudanese in Kenya, they live with large families. You find someone has rented a house in Nairobi, he invites all his relatives from South Sudan. They live in one house, and that is a loss to Kenyan landlords. So nowadays, instead of the landlords telling them not to rent, they give them instructions that if you are renting this house, you should be at most 3 or 4. I don't want to see 50 people in my house. So that one is quite okay. So it has become a norm that they're given instructions, and even Nigerians. The second one, which I don't know whether it's true, is that the South Sudanese bury their people inside the house. What they do is that when someone has died, they dig a hole inside the house, they bury them, and they just cover. So when the landlord comes, they don't even know whether somebody is buried there. And that one might be true because I've never seen a South Sudanese being buried in the cemetery or being taken to their home for burial. And yet there are so many in Kenya. So that is another thing that Kenyan landlords are afraid of. They're afraid of that. So those are 2 reasons why the landlords are afraid of accepting South Sudanese to their homes as tenants. So if you are a South Sudanese and you want to live in Kenya, the best thing you can do is to rent alone, or at least have not more than 4 people in your house. Don't welcome everyone into that house. You know, it looks chaotic. Imagine 1 bedroom house or 2 bedroom house with 35 people, and in that house we have limited parking space. The toilets, you know, those are not latrines, those are toilets. They become full very fast, and then so the resources become so limited, and the house looks so squeezed and noisy. So those are just actually the reasons why South Sudanese find it very difficult to get a house in Kenya.